Hey y'all, what's up? This is Coach Hyde, coming to you for all the biotech kids out there. Today we're going to be looking at the centrifuge. Now before we get started, this is our first vlog of the year. I just wanted to let you know that your test will be a little different than what you're probably used to. You'll have the standard traditional test, but a part of your test points are going to come from a lab-based portion of the test. So whether it be 10 points or 20 points, depending on the test, maybe more, are going to come from you actually doing something with your hands and kind of come up with some kind of answer. So our first test, one part of that is going to be using the centrifuge to complete a task that'll be written out for you. So let's get started on just the basics of how to use it, how to load it, how does it work, and go from there. So we'll just open it up first. So if I was to just pull up on this top, it lifts the whole thing up, right? And that's not what I want to do. I want to open it. So there's a tab here. Sorry, it's out of focus. This tab, if I just put a little pressure, I can even do it with my pinky. I don't have to put much pressure on it at all. It's going to kind of pop up, and it opens easily.
Open your door.
All right. If I'm trying to force it, then something is in a bind, something's not right. So I just need to put a little pressure right here. It'll kind of pop open, and then it raises easily. This part is the rotor. All right, and if you kind of look under, I'm gonna try to put my fingers under here. Right, you can see that there are holes in the rotor. This is where we're going to load our wells. And then this centrifuge is going to spin. And when it spins, it's going to be pushing outward. It's going to apply a centripetal force to what's ever in here, and it's going to push outward from the center of this rotor. And what that's going to do is going to separate it by density. The more dense items in the solution or whatever you have in here are going to end up at the tip, and then the less dense items will float up here at the top. So that's kind of how it works there. And you'll see that kind of hands-on coming up soon. There are a couple different types of tubes, centrifuge tubes you might find. These two, we have a more conical tubes, kind of tapered more at the end, whereas this one's more of a cylindrical tube. But you want to kind of try to match up and use the same tubes when at all possible. So I want to use these two. So when I load them, I want to load them in balance. If I was loading two tubes, right, this is not what I want. If I was loading three tubes, this is not what I want. It's going to overload this side. It's going to be out of balance, right? When I was to run it this way, see how it's kind of, I don't want to do it long. But you see that it's out of balance, and it was kind of hopping all over the place. It's not going to work very efficiently. But if I was to kind of do two, where I spread them out across from each other, I can even try to make the lids right. Close the lid and kind of turn it on. Very smooth, right? Maximum efficiency. It's going to work very well this way. If I was to do the three, right, I want to kind of use my sense of geometry here. And spread them out in equal parts, like so. Again, close it and put it down. So you just when you're loading your wells, you want to make sure that they are in balance, that they are symmetrical. Once you're sure of that, you're ready to go. If you only have one tube you want to load, you can't just load one, but what you can do is you can take another empty tube and load it with water or something of equal mass and put it over here just to get you in balance. All right, that's it for now.